Welcome back to another episode of Tea and Me Entertainment. I'm your host, Danita Gibbs, and I will be spilling all the tea on your fave celebrities. On today's episode, I'll be breaking down which reality star is finally walking down the aisle, which artist is pushing their tour back, and if the University of Miami students know their Adele. All that and more on Tea and Me Entertainment. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Danita Gibbs from your South Florida Summer Intern Team. On the program this month, Government Funding for Technical Programs. The head of the Career and Adult Education in Florida says the Get There campaign has resources including funding opportunities for those who are seeking skill development for potential jobs. The pandemic has affected many since the beginning of the year, with close to 11 million cases happening here in the U.S. Experts believe that the upcoming vaccine will help control the spread of the virus. After speaking with a few students, some are in agreement. However, others are a bit weary in taking that vaccine. The rise of social media has allowed younger generations to stay more informed with current news topics. Apps such as Instagram, Twitter, and the ever so popular TikTok has allowed organizations such as SFC get in touch with millennials and Gen Zers across the globe.
How are student elections going?
Joseph, student elections are underway and it should be an amazing race. Candidate Landon Coles is a well-rounded student with big plans for the university, and with running a campaign close to his heart, he hopes he's able to make a difference. Tragedy struck at this year's Astroworld Festival when hundreds were injured and 8 were killed during the music festival in Houston, Texas. Concertgoers state that once the countdown for Astroworld founder Travis Scott came on, the crowd began pushing towards the front of the stage. Those who were standing in the front became squished and had no way of getting out.
I'm over at the medical tent, and there's a lot of people trampled, and they're passed out at the front stage.
Around 50,000 people attended the 3rd annual festival and at one point began yelling "Stop the show" as fans thought they were going to die as they watched lifeless bodies fall to the ground. In a viral video, 2 people were seen trying to get the attention of a cameraman to stop the show before more people got hurt. However, their efforts went unheard, and sadly, one of them lost a good friend that day. Fans have since brought up times that other artists, like rock band Linkin Park, stopped their shows when things got out of hand. Scott, who's known to start a riot or two, was seen stopping the show to let medics through, but according to girlfriend Kylie Jenner, was unaware of how serious the situation was until after the show. The rapper released a statement on social media expressing his devastation. He canceled day 2 of the festival, issued out refunds, and offered to pay for the funeral expenses of the victims. Some lawsuits have been filed against the rapper, Live Nation, and even special guest performer Drake, as many feel this was avoidable had there been more security and better equipped medical staff. There are still 3 people hospitalized, 2 in critical condition, including a 9-year-old boy. An investigation into the cause of this tragedy is underway, and my heart goes out to all those affected. And congratulations are in order for the hot girl herself, Megan Thee Stallion, as she is officially graduating college. The rapper announced via Instagram that she will be a 2021 graduate of Texas Southern University. The Grammy winner posted a photo of her cap with one of her famous lines bedazzled on it, and nails rocking the school's colors and initials. Since the launch of her rap career in 2016, the Houston native has been taking courses in between award shows and headlining festivals in order to receive her bachelor's degree in health administration, a dream her late mother, who she lost back in 2019 to brain cancer, always wished she achieved. The 26-year-old stated, quote, "I want to get my degree because I really want to make my mom proud. I'm doing it for me, but I'm also doing it for the women in my family who made me who I am today." The star has hopes of opening up her own assisted living facility and hiring those who are graduating with her. Now, Meg, I know I'm not a TSU grad, but I am graduating this year. So if you need a journalist on your team, call me. You can visit the Vizcaya Village Farmers Market every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Joseph, I have to say I enjoyed my time at the Vizcaya Farmers Market, from blending up my own smoothie on a bicycle to eating the blueberry cheesecake bread. Just delicious.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, it does not help the fact that I'm super hungry right now. It does not. And that is all for today's show, so thank you for joining us.
We hope to see you next week at the same time. Be well and stay safe.
On a lighter note, let's talk about who just broke up.
Who?
Scott Disick and Amelia Hamlin.
Girl, I saw that coming. The pair was together for about a little under a year, but Scott was recently all over Instagram complaining about seeing his baby mama, Kourtney Kardashian, making out all over Italy with Travis Barker. He was even in Kourtney's ex DMs talking about the whole situation, and her ex wants no parts.
Right, and Amelia Hamlin's mother, Lisa Rinna, is also not here for it. In an interview, she was asked, what is the most shady thing you've ever said about Scott behind his back? And she said, well, I may think things, but I won't say them out loud.
Now, they did catch her one time on camera saying, I wish my daughter was with Harry Styles instead. I mean, who wouldn't? But a lot of people say that Amelia was just with Scott for fun.
But everything is always fun for Scott with the younger woman. I mean, first it was Sophia Richie, now it's Amelia Hamlin. Who could be next? Olivia Rodrigo?
Maybe Billie Eilish. Who knows? But that's all the time we have for today. Back to you guys. Now I want you to finish the lyric. Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you.
I haven't listened to that song in a long time. To tell you I'm sorry for not being there for you.
I'm sorry for all the things that you do.
You are close. I'll take it.
Disappeared for 6 years, and so all of my memory of her has disappeared for 6 years.
That is true. It's okay though. We'll be prepared for album 30 though.
We will, absolutely.
0421. Now you.
Stephanie Lamoni organized her first pop-up and shop-up event in 2019 to help small businesses network and promote themselves. Fast forward 2 years later, her events are now helping small businesses who've suffered during the pandemic.
You're helping out your local community. You're also giving jobs to people in your small community. And, especially with COVID, everyone sees what happens to a lot of small businesses that went out of business due to not having that support that the other bigger businesses do. So it's definitely important to shop small and support local vendors.
The U.S. Census says COVID-19 has negatively affected almost 90% of small businesses in the U.S. since last year. Artist Jasmine Wyatt recently moved to Miami with hopes of expanding her business, but the pandemic slowed down her progress.
I wanted to hit the ground running, but when COVID came, unfortunately, I wasn't able to network like I would like to. And events such as this. This is the only way that I can get to know the community, get to know people, and really put my brand out there outside of on social media and, online.
During the start of the pandemic, nearly 3,000 small businesses in Florida had to temporarily shut down or close their doors. Events like the one today has helped those small businesses get back up on their feet. While some did suffer from the pandemic, others were able to capitalize from it.
With everything happening with COVID, people were home and bored, and so it kind of boosted my sales up a little more, which was like awesome. And then as the world starts to open back up, these pop-up shops are doing amazing for small businesses. So I think COVID kind of blessed me.
The National Federation of Independent Business Survey says about 36% of small businesses anticipate it will take until 2022 to return to normal levels, showing now more than ever small businesses need support from their community.
You support a small local business, you are supporting a dream, you are supporting an actual person. I know when someone, I don't care if it's something for $5 that they purchase from me, I dance because it's how I make my living.
And although we don't know when the pandemic will end, small business owners are still staying optimistic about their future.
It looks big. It looks bright. It's going to be big. And I can't wait for when it does because I can pass it down to my unborn child.
Congress recently extended the COVID-19 bankruptcy relief for small businesses to March 2022. But if you want to go ahead and do your part to support a small business, be sure to check out the next pop-up and shop-up event on April 10th and 11th. Reporting live for UMTV, I'm Danita Gibbs. Back to you in the studio.